go live. And it looks like we are live. So I'm going to say hello, everyone, and welcome to a terrible stream for terrible people. How are we all doing this lovely Monday? Oh, we have had a hell of a weekend. Much more so than we expected. I'll get into the details on that when Mrs. Sick returns with her. Oh, there she is. She's got beer. I know. Some of you think, well, whiskey. Well, she likes beer. Okay, come on. She didn't for a while, and then she learnt to, and now she's into it. But yeah, this weekend it was supposed to be relatively straightforward, normal Saturday, and then we were off to some friends who we haven't seen in ages, and we hadn't been to their new house they've lived there for like a few years now. We've just never been because it was a bit of a pain in the ass to get there, but we did, and it was pretty good time. Kids enjoyed it. They got to see our friend's kid. The missus, she's also pregnant, so I'm pretty sure Mrs. Sick had some belly rubs.
No, I didn't.
You didn't? You didn't feel the baba?
She didn't offer, so I didn't say.
You should have asked.
No, because
No,
I remember when I was pregnant and everybody was like, "Oh," and touching my stomach, and I really hated it. So I just, unless she said, "Do you want to?" I don't touch.
Hey, touch my belly. I'm sure she would have been.
One of the kids did though.
I know. That's when I thought you would have snuck in a sneaky, "Oh, your baby." The worst one is you old random people in the streets who think that they're allowed to fucking touch you. That's bad. That's weird. Don't do that. If you get to being an old and you see a pregnant, don't just run up to them and start touching them. That's fucking, not right. Anyway, so
no, I'm not pregnant. Oh my god,
no, friend.
I am not having any more. God no.
Now, the friends are pregnant. They're pregnant. We're not pregnant. Otherwise, God, don't know what I'd do. Don't need any more of those. There are already 2 little Sicks. Twin girls. Thank you very much. I am 100% certain what I said made sense. Maybe I'll listen back, and I went, Mrs. Sick is pregnant.
No, I think it's because
without realizing it.
When I was pregnant, I didn't like my belly being touched, and people went, "Oh, you're pregnant,"
and they touched her. No, Sir Sick is pregnant. I look it. Yeah, don't touch anyone without permission. Yeah, very fair. And talking of permission,
did you get new mics? This sounds really good.
I changed the fucking plug slot.
He's faffed with it, yeah.
Literally just changed one of the USB ports because I found, and hopefully I've dealt with most of the videos once I figured out that it was there. But there was a fucking whine in the background if you went really loud.
Mrs. Sick's mic is perfect. It's probably because I'm sat close to it.
There's that too.
I usually don't sit close to it. I usually sit back like this.
Yeah, it might just be that she actually has.
I'm actually sat up today.
It's on a fucking boom arm. She can't just pull it to her face. No, that's what I do.
No, because if I move it away, then it knocks all the other crap off. Because look, I have all my headphones here, and if I start moving crap,
a likely story. Have you gotten Sir snipped? No, we just use safe sex and condoms and stuff.
Oh right, you said the missus is pregnant.
Yeah, not. The missus of the friends, not the fuck. Otherwise, I would have said Mrs. Sick is pregnant.
Faffed. You never heard the word faffed before?
Faffed, messed, mucked about with, and it's not falfed. God damn it.
Falfed? Sounds like Dutch.
Anyway, so the whole point of this story is we knew that day was going to happen, and that was hard work for Mrs. Sick because the peopling is a struggle. But it's what we were expecting. It's the Saturday that really did us in. Because got a phone call during the week, and it was a family member saying, "Are you going to be in this weekend at this time?" And I was like, "This was in the morning, and if you don't know, I sleep in the mornings because I go to bed at like 2 in the morning. I don't fall asleep until about 4, and then I wake up 2 hours later to deal with the kids. So I then go back to bed and I sleep till like slightly after 12. So my mornings are my nighttime, effectively. Um, so she called me then and was just like, bah, 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 bah. And I was like, okay, yeah, we'll be in on the Saturday, sure. And they're like, oh, good, you've got a delivery coming. And didn't think much of it. It was like, okay, it's Christmas coming up. That makes sense. Probably some Amazon order or something. Cool, fine. And then we get a call on the day, and it's just the most Yorkshire caller I've ever had, like a dispatcher I've ever heard in my life. I was like, oh, that's a bit weird. And then the guys delivering the thing were also incredibly Yorkshire. Point being, we live in Yorkshire, so that's really strange. They've just used the most Yorkshire delivery company in the world, and then when they get here, they're like, "Oh, we've got 2 doors to get into the building, and one of them goes from a slope." They're like, "Oh, can you hold this door open for us while we go get it?" I was like, "What is this? A fucking couch?" And I was so baffled, and then I had this light bulb moment of, "Oh my fucking god, they've done a washing machine." I just knew it. This family member has bought us a fucking washing machine. Something we now bear in mind, we have not fucking asked for this. All that has been said is that our current one is getting on a bit. Sometimes it leaks a bit, but it works, so we still use it. And we are planning on getting a new one. We would like a new one, but we're planning on getting a new one. And I go out, and there they are, pulling it out. And I'm like, fucking hell. We are not in any way, shape, or by any way, shape, or form, like, ready for this. We're not... And I have an anxiety disorder, so this just immediately stresses me the fuck out. And I'm like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? And it's like, well, there's only one thing I can do. I'm going to have to tell them to fuck off. Very nicely, obviously. We're going to have to not accept this order because we have no space for it. We have no making up for it. Our current one works. We don't want it. Like, sorry, we really hate to waste your time. And yeah, and Miss Sick phoned up the family member and was like, what have you done? What is wrong with you? Effectively. And they're like, he. Do you like it? And it's like, no. We've told them to take it away. And they were very stunned and a little bit put out. And you know what? I'm not surprised. At the end of the day, it was a very generous gift. But you don't send someone white goods without talking to them about it. At the end of the day, we have wants and needs and things that we were planning. This is why we were planning, or we are planning. Like, we're going to eventually get to redecorating the kitchen and the floor's fucked, so we want to have that re-put down. So the plan has been, we get rid of the old one, we get floors put down, and then we get a new one to go in its place. That makes sense because that's what we want to do. And we also have a color scheme in mind. And it's just, yeah, ultimately, the end of the story, or the moral of the story, is just because you think to surprise someone, that's a wonderful thing to do. Don't do it with something that completely fucking disrupts their weekend without telling them. It's just not cool. We only have brown. Weird not to ask first. Very, very silly of them. And, you know, it's gotten returned.
I don't know.
And because they bought it...
Like, I'm used to it because they're very impulsive, but...
It's just...
It was annoying.
Yeah. And they're obviously a bit salty about the whole deal, which I both understand and I'm like, yes, but do bear in mind that this is in no way our fault.
You really don't want the old floor. It's been down for like 11 years.
Can I have your old floor? I mean, it's not like an actual floor. It's not like a big concrete slab.
Just a bit.
Pull it out.
It's just a bit of lino.
Yeah, it's a bit of shitty lino. We've been in here for 10 years. It was put in basically straight away.
Nearly 11 years.
Yeah. So, and it's had some abuse because we've got kids. So we've not been nice to it, but now they're a bit older, and hopefully if we put something new in, it'll be a bit nicer. But yeah, it was a hell. The road to hell is paved with good intentions. But it was such a just all you had to do was ask. That was the one thing. And we would have said no. Like, we would have just... Here's my lesson learned, though. If in the future we ever get a phone call, hopefully I'll be sort of mentally coherent enough in the moment. If they go, are you going to be in? For me to go, what have you done? Like, yeah.
Here in America, we just put the new washer on the porch next to you have a porch. We don't have a porch.
Yeah, we live in a flat. We live in a tiny little flat. It's not the smallest place in the world. It's certainly big enough for all of us. But it's not big enough to just have a fucking washing machine sat in the middle of it, taking up space while we figure out what the hell to do with it.
One thing as well, though, they didn't even ask for, like, measurements and things. They just bought it.
Yeah. There was literally zero communication. To be fair, they've been in our house, so they might have some concept.
Like sending a surprise stripper to your child's birthday party.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah. At the end of the day, if it's not big enough to carry in two hands for a small person, then you probably shouldn't be sending it.
One of the things as well is, like, my dad is a bit more thoughtful. Like, he I mentioned that about, mainly it's just me whinging. Because when the washing machine flooded, I had to clean up the kitchen floor and I was a bit pissed off. And I said to my dad, washing machine. And he's like, oh, I can get you a new one if you want. We can go to this shop and have a look. And I was like, no, we have planned. It's okay. So, to me, that's like a normal conversation, not, I'm going to take this conversation of you whinging and then just go and buy one without telling you.
And to be fair, like, the one part of it that, like, makes sense from their perspective, even though they absolutely shouldn't have done it, was that they'd had during the week a conversation with Mrs. Dick to say, yeah, what do you want for Christmas? We don't know. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, the washing machine's playing up, though. And that was it, basically. That was the entirety. Like, I can't afford to replace that. Yeah, we wouldn't expect you to. We would never, ever, in a million years, expect you to send one apropos of nothing without telling us about it.
It's like, I don't... And all throughout this, I'm thinking I'm really ungrateful.
Yeah, we both feel very ungrateful about it. But then we think about it and it's like, no, this is not our fault. We didn't do this. You know, and yeah. Does your family know you're famous? They're vaguely aware that I have a channel and it has some size. I wouldn't say famous.
A lot of them are really normy, so...
Yeah. They're not particularly interested.
No.
There's one member of the extended family that I am aware sometimes watches my video. and has had a bad habit of like putting them on in front of me, and I'm like, oh my god, do not do this. I do not want to watch my own fucking videos. Tell me that you watched one recently and you found one of my jokes funny, and that is more than enough.
The stripper springs out of the washer.
That poor stripper got sent back. Still in there. Never let him out.
More importantly, did your family know you're good at the sex?
I mean, obviously. I've got 2 kids. I did that in one go. I must be so good at the sex. Bloody sods.
Exactly. It was very generous. It's just very
Who has the money to
misguided.
buy someone else a washing machine? The thing is, they kind of don't. And that's
No.
part of what annoyed us.
No, they don't.
It's the it was like this big grand gesture. And again, like, I super fucking appreciate what they were trying to do. Because if we'd have been into it, that would have been amazing. But we weren't, because we're grown-ups and we already have a washing machine and a house and a life. And our weekends are quite important to us because we have to spend all week doing home and kids and work stuff. So when it's the weekend, if we can relax, that's what we're fucking doing. One of my pet peeves is the gift of a job. I fucking hate it when people give me something that requires me to expel a large amount of effort. Like, it's very, very annoying. Unless it's something that really goes into like a personal interest. Like, if you sent me some computer stuff that was going to end up being a bunch of work, but I don't really see that as work. It's fun. But if you like send me, I don't know, furniture to build.
No, they didn't nick it. God's sake.
Oh, it wasn't stolen. It was bought from a shop. It was bought from a second-hand shop, which, again, don't want to sound ungrateful, but also didn't want a second-hand one. Like, not gonna lie, I have no idea how long that thing was gonna fucking live for. Our last one was new and lasted a really long time. Oh my god, that's super nice, but we can't, and you shouldn't, so there. I mean, basically. But I did want to ask, so have any of you received a gift and you just thought, what the fuck is wrong with you? And you felt ungrateful because you get it, but also, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, I think
because I need to hear these stories.
gift cards are the best gift. Yes, they are. I love gift cards. I absolutely adore when people go out their way and get me a gift card.
See, I personally am a big fan of the interesting, unexpected, but kind of cool gift. Like getting something that you didn't know that you wanted.
Well, like
is the best.
Right, so same person who the washing machine went out of their way last year, and they got me a sizable amount for Amazon, and I was like, oh my god, I can actually buy the ancient Egyptian book that I really, really, really wanted. Because it's expensive, and I was like, I can finally get it. I've been looking at this book since I was like 12 years old, and I'm like, I can finally afford it now, and it's fucking amazing. I love the book, but it's just like, it's so nice to actually be able to get something. And then this time, I'm like, oh.
You shouldn't have. Literally. But yeah, it was an interesting day. We were in the middle of a big job as well, which would have taken about an hour. It then took me another 4 hours to get it completed because I was trying to deal with this.
Oh no.
My mum... What?
So I'm just reading people's awkward gifts.
So I'm going to read some of them out. My mum went to New York City, got me a souvenir traffic cone that said, I see dumb people. I had to tell her straight up that it was a gross generalization of my character and a tacky decoration. Okay. I mean, to be fair, you should have looked at her holding it, staring as hard as you could until she got what the point was.
Yes, Perry the platypus cheap ass wall clock from my in-laws. I was 40 years old, not 10.
Oh, and yet
Yeah.
another family member got me last Christmas a Joker wall clock that was bright green with written all over it. It is the tackiest, ugliest thing I've ever seen, and I only just got around to throwing it directly in a dumpster because you just don't know. Well, what am I supposed to fucking do with this? The kids have no fucking idea who the Joker is. I am an adult. I couldn't fathom. Like, I kind of like Batman. I've got a couple of Batman trinkets on my desk. This person has never seen my desk, and they'd fucking complain if they did because it's a state. But yeah.
Oh no, I got a lightsaber because my name is Luke. Oh, he's Luke. He likes lightsabers.
That's the kind of thing that you get one, and you go, "Oh, thanks," and you're slightly too convincing, and then for the next 12 years, you start building a lightsaber collection through no fault of your own.
Oh God.
So make sure you don't have the Sir Sick really wants a dog conversation with the family. I once told someone that I hate onesies, and they bought me a onesie for the next Christmas thinking that it was something that I really like because they fucking confused hate and like. My mother is trying to force buying a Dyson vacuum for me on Christmas. I'm like, please don't. I live in a shitty one bedroom. I don't need a $500 vacuum. That is insane. That's the other thing about very big, expensive gifts. It's like, you could buy me something for a fraction of the price that, for me, is going to do the job for just as long and as well, and give me the rest of the fucking money for something I could find useful. Like, my mother got a Bible with my name printed on it. Most awkward thing I've gotten. Let me guess. This is post some sort of atheism revelation, perchance, because that shit's funny.
My parents always send me clothes from their style decisions. They still thought I was a teenager in the 70s.
Jesus.
He gets the bell bottoms.
To be fair, sometimes, given the right amount of time, that's just modern fashion. That's always a fucking shock.
Vintage, yes.
I broke it, but I didn't need a 34-gallon barrel.
Jesus.
How big was that? I can't. I'm trying to. A gallon is like a couple of liters, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's fucking huge.
It's quite a lot.
Now you can raise mummies. That would be fun. I don't think that's what Egyptian books do. My boss' birthday was Friday, and I got him a soccer ball and a football, and he was stoked. Is he into those things? I'm assuming he's into those things. Oh my God. Your kids don't know who the Joker is. How old are they? I don't think you're parenting right. They're just not that into Batman.
They're quite girly.
Yeah.
They're not really tomboys.
Like they know Batman, and they know Batman is cool because I told them.
Like we raise them to be sort of just
who they are,
just to be kids.
Yeah.
But then they've always leaned towards being very girly. So
although they are well into video games, which isn't a girly thing, it's just that they live with two people who like video games, so they've taken that from us in a big way. Usually like the gift cards. I did once get a gift card off someone for a store whose nearest shop was in York. I live in Newcastle.
Oh my God.
There's gift cards, and then there's fuck you gift cards. And it's anything that's for a shop that no one shops at.
My auntie's really good at those.
Yeah, it's a shop that no one shops at, and it's an amount on the card that doesn't buy anything in the store. Like, this is a shop that has everything costs 20 plus, and they give you a 15.
Yeah, she did that. Yeah.
Fuck you.
She gave me
Fuck you so hard.
She gave me a gift. She gave me a gift card, and it was for, was it Next? Something like that.
Something like that.
So I never go there. Not interested.
You're not that interested in like mainstream fashion.
No.
You just
But
in no way, shape, or form did that make sense.
I like meme shirts. But anyway, and I went there, and I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to get? Everything's super expensive, and this is like £20. And I was like, oh, maybe some socks, I don't know. Anyway, I went to go and pay for it, and there was only £10 put on the card.
I forgot the card was used.
Yeah.
Ah.
And I was just like, well, I wasn't surprised because she's not like that. She's never liked me. The fact that she even got me a gift, I was surprised anyway. But I think that was a fuck you gift.
This is someone we don't interact with. We're not like technically on bad terms with them. She's just a fucking awful
she's never
person.
liked me. Ever since I was a kid, she's never liked me.
My brother got me a shitty gift. Feed the penguins at Blackpool Zoo. Why? I mean, unless you're going to feed the penguins to something, that's just uninteresting.
I don't know, like, I guess unless you're really into penguins, like...
Yeah, you'd have to be, like, fucking obsessed with them. Brother got a surprise dog from his in-laws. Yeah, that's the other one. You don't buy people random white goods, and you don't get them fucking living things.
Yeah. Don't give people work as a gift, and don't give people a responsibility.
No white goods, no work, no massive life-changing responsibilities. I guess don't get anyone pregnant for Christmas either. Not without them knowing, obviously.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
What else we got?
Why not buy a gift card for our specific shop that's a ball ache to get to? Nice one, cheers. I was gonna give them awful cash stuff that's taken everywhere. It's like cash. How can
I make this as most awkward point possible? It's just how can I make this like really difficult for them to exist? Like hum.
Speaking of odd gifts, a girlfriend's parent bought me a T-shirt for Christmas that reads, "And on the eighth day, God created beer." I just found it still in a shopping bag a decade later. Oh, you should wear it. Definitely, if it fits. That's the gift. If you find a T-shirt,
that's a paint. Like, if you don't like a shirt, that just becomes a painting shirt. That's the way I usually do it.
Yeah, there's nothing. Yeah, a T-shirt, no matter how shit, can, as long as it's not made of fucking sandpaper, it's always mooching about the house clothes. Other than that,
I got a pack of licorice flavored condoms. Oh, that being from my sister made it kind of extra weird. Yes, that is very weird.
What?
Licorice flavored condoms. Licorice is dirty.
Gift cards are just money with extra steps. Tim Davidson with $5. Love it. Good idea. Feeding stray kittens in the park. Bad idea. Feeding stray kittens in the park to a bear. Why is that a bad idea? We do need less kittens.
Certain people in my family don't realise how different I am from the person they knew 20 years ago. So long story short, did you ever hear of the battling grannies toy? I was 25 years old.
That's just fucking weird. I got a Perry t-shirt too. Oh, and 2 boxes of Perry the Platypus shaped mac and cheese. Because my name is Perry. That was it. Not, haha, here's your real gift. Oh my god.
I wish I had the cash to support. Best I can do is work with Mystic as an artist. You don't need to do anything, dude.
Just be cool.
Just be you.
Be cool and hang out. 4.5 litres per gallon. Jesus Christ, that is so big. Wait a second, a Cirsic Lego figure? I mean, you could probably make one out of
Oh no.
bits. What?
I'm a fan of horror movies, and my ex's in-laws bought me vampire romance books. Oh, that's cringe.
That is, yeah, that's not great. I'm trying to fucking, Lost my place. There we go.
Yeah, it keeps flicking back up again.
I make a point of telling people when they've given me a bad gift. Do so saves them money and me some grief. I mean, yeah, I've always felt like I've gotten a lot of bad gifts, and I've always expressed so. You have to like cushion it a bit. But at the end of the day, if you've spent real money on something that I'm never going to use, that's shit for you. And I think that's way worse than getting something. That's way worse than getting nothing, to be honest. But yeah,
God's sake.
I consider myself pretty good at getting gifts.
I got a Perry t-shirt too. Oh, and 2 boxes of Perry the Platypus shit
I did read that one out.
Yeah, I know, but that's really...
It is really shit.
No, you know, Perry. Oh my god.
You must be a platypus.
The most laziest gifting
ever. If it turns out that they're actually a platypus as well, I think that they should just suck it up. I got a knockoff Transformer from an aunt when I was a kid. I wasn't even into real Transformers. I like that. I like that a lot. There's nothing quite like... well, one of your favourite stories is getting... she really wanted Badget for Christmas. Badget. You can make your own badges. Fucking awesome. You make these cool badges. You put them on yourselves. It's fucking great. Instead, she got Clip It, which is basically like Badget with...
It's Badget for 4-year-olds. It's
Badget for people who can't be trusted with safety pins.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it wasn't as good. Didn't you make like one and then you went, yep, that's a piece of shit.
Yeah. Never touched it again.
Could get a shitty car for 500 quid. Oh, we're back to the really expensive fucking... Like... There is a difference between, like, don't buy someone a piece of shit because it's cheap, because then they'll just have to replace it. But there's a point at which you get diminishing returns. You could get a really good Hoover for a lot less than a Dyson. Dysons, you are 90% paying for the brand. They're not bad, generally speaking, but there are better things you could have. I'm assuming that the Hoover they wanted to get you was that really long fucking skinny one. Because my mum desperately wanted one of those for ages. She loves it, but she bought it for herself because it's what she wanted. It's not something that you can just sort of apply to someone else.
If you're an adult, you should just buy your own things for your own house.
It's like I said, it's nice to get something that you didn't know you wanted. That's cool as fuck.
That's very rare for me, though, because I know what I want.
I don't know. There's a lot of things that I like, and there's versions of those things that someone could get me, and I'll be like, oh, that's sick. I like this.
Well, like, you got me Shea Gorath, the little pop thing. I don't know what the fuck they're called.
Pop vinyl figures.
Yeah. I don't collect them. But,
you don't collect them, but you like that.
No, but it's cute. But then I was like, okay. And it's on the shelf now, not doing anything. And occasionally...
Yeah, that's what pop vinyl figures do.
Yeah, I know, but I occasionally look at it and go, oh, that's there. And
well,
I
thought
know.
You would take it out and you would like put it somewhere on your desk.
No, wow. I don't know, because my desk...
is clean.
I like my desk to be clean, but everyone likes to put crap on my desk.
That's because you keep asking them to.
No.
Put it on my desk.
I have I have a pile of child's artworks.
That sounds like something that happened on purpose to you.
And then I've got ADHD things for the kids. I've got Pokemon cards for the kids. But what the fuck is that? I've got cashews at the back of my desk for some reason. Why are they there? That'll be for the kids.
I have a cousin named Jason. I'm pretty sure he's got a hockey mask or 2 for Christmas. That's just... It's not even funny. It's just fucking lame. Like, they have the name. They know. They've heard the joke enough times that you getting them a shit gift that they're not going to use because you think it's funny is just kind of an insult to them as a person. Get people things that they want or get them nothing. They'll prefer the nothing to a shit gift. I promise you. I got an $80 cutting board for myself. Fair enough. What's it made out of? Like,
Is it one of those granite ones?
uh,
I really like those because they're super heavy.
someone got me a brew your own beer thing a couple of years back, which is bad enough, but they also knew I'd stopped drinking a few years
Oh
before.
God.
Yeah, that's. Oh no, Gareth. Oh, Gareth. Yeah, right. Something about drinking. It's either he likes it or he doesn't like it. Or maybe he really likes it, which is why he doesn't do it. I don't know. But it's something about drinking, so I'll just get him beer. Fucking idiot. Fun fact, when the NES was released as a boy's toy, there were significantly more girls who were into playing video games than boys, but Japan had their gender priorities. I mean, it depends. Depends where you are, because I'm pretty sure that the computer, like in the UK, playing computers was definitely more of a nerdy boy thing. But yeah, nowadays, the gender divide on that is basically abolished. I'm more concerned with the age divide on it. When people fucking, oh, you play video games, I'm a fucking idiot, and then they pull out their phone and start playing Candy Crush. And you're like, what do you think you have in your hands, you idiot? Do you sell gift cards in a sex shop? Maybe a good idea for my 10-year-old. Unfortunately, no, but you can buy them handsome, famous, and good at the sex t-shirt. Just give me cash. Feeding penguins sounds like a great gift for me. Who are you going to feed them to? I was given a fold-up metal table that was popular with old grannies in the 1960s for my 20th birthday. I could, if you had just moved into somewhere, I could see that having some utility. Having a table, a fold-out table, is quite handy. We have a fold-out table.
The kids use it for painting rocks.
Yeah, so it gets used. But if someone bought me a fold-out table, I'd be like, I don't even know what you're trying to tell me. Don't buy people furniture is one of the big ones. Child-eating penguins. They're the best kind. I would be happy if someone bought me the opportunity to hug an elephant. So long as I don't have to travel. I want elephants delivered to my door. Thank you very much. I mean, elephants on demand is just the best service in the universe. What about I bought you a goat that is sent to Africa? That's, yeah. Or just any sponsoring or fucking adopting. Like, the one I fucking really don't like is adopting a dog outside of your home. And it's like, especially if you want a dog. Like, if you actually wanted a dog and then someone for Christmas bought you, oh, I bought you this sponsorship of this dog. And like,
I think it's like an
you
old
could have just got me a fucking dog.
I think it's an old person thing because, like, for her my grandma's birthday,
Yeah.
like all the family pitched in and made like this big donation to the like a donkey sanctuary because she really likes donkeys. It's like
Right.
one of her favorite animals.
I think they should have gotten her a donkey. I'd have gotten her a
So
donkey.
they did this big thing and they're like, oh, we adopted a donkey for you, and she really liked that, but she's really old.
Yeah.
So
I mean, there is a case to be made for what you get the person who has everything.
exactly, she's really old. She doesn't need anything.
She has all the things she wants. I'm sure that made her happy.
But she gets like little postcards from the donkey occasionally, so she likes it.
I don't like that whole thing because it's a lie. It's clearly a scam. I mean, it's a charity scam, but it's a scam. Like, that, the donkey can't even write. So they're fucking lying on that front. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of those kinds of quote unquote gifts.
I don't mind, like, I don't know, just I'd rather donate from me rather than someone donates by using my name, but they're the one who donate. I find that really odd. It's like donation by proxy.
I donated for you. It's like, oh, thanks. It turns out they went into your bank account as well. That's real fucked.
I don't know.
Christmas, my
It's just
sucks. My birthday's the day after. Oof. There's no better judgment of people who give you socks or something and tell you that gift counts for both. Bring on the whiskey shots. That's just cruel. My mum would always get the most thoughtful presents. They weren't great presents, but they were always useful or helpful. That's great. That's fucking fantastic. That's exactly what you want, especially as an adult. If you get something that you hadn't thought of, but actually is like quite useful, or at least something that you go, oh, cool. But when you just get something, you're like, what the fuck even is this? Why would you do this to me? Not for, to.
donkey paw print.
I feel like there's a problem with that. When I was working at Cedar Point Amusement Park for Secret Santa Christmas, in July, I bought a studded rainbow belt from Spencer's for our cruise lesbian. She loved it and wore it every day. That's fucking great. I'm not looking for good presents.
I like thoughtful gifts.
I want bad presents. Don't tell me about your thoughtful, nice gifts that actually people like. What the fuck's that shit? That's not fun. That's not funny. One year, my brother-in-law's told my mum that he hated doing dishes. Months later, she gave him a bunch of disposable plates and cups. Fuck's sake. I mean, as a joke, that's hilarious.
Yeah, as a joke, that is funny.
As a serious gift, that's fucking insane.
I would love socks. Why would you love socks? But being a dad, I have ridiculous collection of mugs. I don't use mugs.
Last time I got a mug as a gift, it tried to kill me.
Oh, God, I can't. I'm just thinking about socks on my feet and it's making me itch.
Yeah, Mrs. Sick doesn't like socks. She vaguely likes the idea of fun socks until she wears them, and then she's like, oh, yeah, this is why.
Yeah.
How to be a good gifter. Always give them the receipt in case it's faulty. Then never ask about that gift ever again.
Exactly. That is the best way to give gifts.
Get it from a shop that's easy to go back to. I mean, to be fair, that's one of those give them a job things. Give them a fucking gift card if you can do that. Especially
if you're giving to another adult, it's really courteous to give the receipt.
Yes. And that way they know how much of a cheapskate you are too. Or you get to show off how fucking, hey, there you go, happy Christmas. Yeah, it costs way more than it should have. Where is Blossom? I demand a refund. Check Mrs. Six's shoulder. My career artist aunt sends me art-related gifts. The most recent was a book about various educational film strips. I haven't read it, and it's serving as a place to put my sleeping earplugs. That's kind of a cool gift. But at the same time, it is like, okay, thanks. Oh
no, Void's back. He's just donated 20.
Have it. Gift idea: the pin from a hand grenade, and then tell them the grenade it belongs to is in one of the other boxes. I'm pretty sure it isn't anymore. Oh. Who's the better tech support for Grandma? I mean, neither of us.
Oh my God, what?
Mostly because we just don't.
What about the socks with the rubber nubs? Why would you ever want... It's like there was a big craze when I was younger where they had the individual toe ones. And, like, I think some random relative got me and my sister some. I tried them on once, went, nope. The idea of putting anything between my toes is just a no-no space. So, like, the idea of having... I don't know. I don't like wearing socks anyway because they're very itchy.
Established titles, anyone?
But why would you wear anything that has, like, rubber nubs at the bottom of it?
Established titles it does kind of live in the realm of having a sponsorship for a fucking dog somewhere. Like, it's literally meaningless. It's more annoying so because now, after... I mean, it was obvious that it wasn't real, but now it's more obvious. Do-do-do-do. Good luck getting a donkey paw print. That is exactly what I thought. And hello, Yunners. How you doing, mate? Um, it's like buying some couple trying to have a baby a Save the Children subscription, where they get a postcard once a month from some random kid they'll never have. Oh, giving gifts in the recipient's name is a decent idea for someone who's going to die in the near future and can appreciate leaving something of legacy. That makes a lot
Yeah,
of
that
sense.
makes sense. Yeah.
I like that conceptually. Giving it to a kid and then going, for your legacy. That's just fucking creepy. Should start doing that for my own amusement. Someday you'll die. I used to work for a certain charity that did that stuff. In the small print, basically says, does not constitute an actual donkey. Exactly my problem. Like, fuck that shit. Like, in that case, it's like, I've given a donation in your name to some fucking big charity of donkeys or whatever. It's the honesty of it that I like, and not the best socks I ever had. Oh wait, I meant sex. Obviously,
I'm wearing flip-flop socks
flip
right
flops.
now. Or like is it like the Japanese ones where they have the split toes? I don't know. I can't cope with things like that. It's just I'll just be constantly aware that it's there and not be able to focus on anything else.
I kind of like the gift card. I don't mind Nintendo eShop cards. I will definitely use it, and I don't have anywhere else to use it. Anywhere, and I don't have to go anywhere to use it. God damn it, fucking mouth. Yes, I mean, if you get someone a gift card for a thing that they actually like and use, you got that fucking brother-in-law who likes Xbox. Get him an Xbox gift card, and he'll probably be pretty fucking happy. Post-stroke, I sometimes wear toe socks on the stroke foot under another sock for some extra warmth. Does it need to be a toe sock though? Surely two socks would provide a similar amount of warmth. But I could be wrong. I don't have any toe socks, so I cannot I cannot experiment on it. Socks with toes are a huge no-no, like sandals with socks. Oh my, so sick. No,
No.
no, 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 no. I've definitely never worn socks with
It's
sandals.
like I don't like flip-flops either because the bar goes between your toes. I don't like that. I like the ones where are just like curved around so that all of your toes above them.
You like my things?
Yeah, I don't know what they're called.
They're called
Sandals?
not
I guess
standing
it's
on glass.
sandals.
They're my going outside to do a quick job, but I don't want to put shoes on, but I also don't want to stand in fucking glass like I did the first time I ever stepped out there without shoes on, thinking it would be fine. Yeah. Cersic gift cards. Please tell us more. If I do gift cards, they're going to be a scam. Just to let you know.
It sounds like Mrs. Sig has fancy footsies. No, I don't. I have delicate footsies.
Mrs. Sick.
Oh, silk socks. Hell no. Ugh.
Mrs. Sick has a sensory issues, so socks drive her fucking crazy.
The only reason I ever wear socks is because I cannot stand when you put bare feet into shoes. It's way more itchy, and then they get sweaty, and then I have this feeling of wet cold amongst the itching, and it's overwhelming. So if you wear socks, at least it takes some of it away. But as soon as I get inside, I take them off again.
Yeah.
I don't wear socks in the house.
I don't wear shoes. Ever. Just walk around floating slightly. Best thing about flip-flops is the cool music they make when you walk by the pool. I mean, I love the fact that their name is their onomatopoeia. It's just... It's fucking awesome. My mom and dad calls flip-flops thongs. Made for some interesting vacation conversation. Getting thongs for your dad. Rice pudding. What? To put your feet in instead of flip-flops? I don't know.
Oh.
It's like wearing gloves under oversized mittens. Which is what we do in the army in the Arctic.
Well, yeah, well that makes sense because it's
But they
cold.
specifically wear. Well, I would imagine it's so that you can take the mittens off and then do something a bit more
do
up.
something dexterous.
Yeah,
And then
and
put
then you
them
put
back
the
on
thing
again.
on.
Yeah.
And not because 2 sets of mittens wouldn't be way better. I thought a Cersei gift card was a wrench. Well, we've technically stopped doing that because we're not supposed to.
Do I wear Crocs? No. Why would I wear them?
I don't think anybody wears Crocs. I've literally never met a person who actually wears Crocs.
My stepdad
apart
does.
from people.
My stepdad.
Does he? Have you seen him wear them
yes,
recently?
and he likes them.
Oh my god! And we haven't disowned him. Why?
He used to wear them because when he was working behind the bar, he used to complain, like, if he wore dress shoes, he'd complain that his feet hurt and they got sweaty, and so he used to just wear Crocs.
Instead of dress, in what situation was this?
Behind the bar.
Oh, at work. Okay.
Yeah, so he just switched to Crocs, like bright blue ones.
Fair enough. Sorry, Mrs. Sick, but try biker boots 2 sizes too big. What, for the comfort of... I guess it depends on the fucking thing, though. Call it a spanner. If you give me $20, I'll call you a spanner. In the movie Idiocracy, everyone wears Crocs because they thought they were the stupidest shoes they could ever find. I do recall that a lot of things in Idiocracy were supposed to be jokes. Supposed being the operative word.
I wouldn't mind if someone wear Crocs as long as they drape something over them.
Oh my god.
Bring back bell bottoms.
I've known many people who wore Crocs, all in the medical field, so that might have something to do with it. I have some understanding that they have some utility in... They're quite easy to clean.
Well, there is that, but they cover like, you're not allowed to show your feet.
Yeah.
Because, if you accidentally drop something medical,
yeah,
it could really fucking damage your feet, but they're actually covered. So
you said the word show instead of having exposed feet.
Open toe, that's what I was trying to think.
Which you're not allowed to show your feet in the hospital.
It gives me a great image
you might
that
turn
in my
on
head.
Too many fucking... I've worn Crocs once because our neighbourhood flooded a foot deep all the way up to our doorstep. Everyone else's basement flooded, but our house was on a slab. Are you saying that you don't have a basement and you're like bragging about that? I could be wrong. I don't know what being on a slab actually means. Maybe you have a basement, but it's just sick. Crocs were the future shoe in Idiocracy before they were popular.
What about wearing 2 different coloured Converse? I don't think I ever did that, but I definitely... I felt...
That sounds like something you would have done.
I felt tipped my Converse. I did.
Oh yeah, if you had the Converse with the black and white squares.
Yeah, I used to.
Lots of people would colour in the white squares. It's just like.
Yeah, I used to do that. I had Van slippers as well, and I did it to those too.
Bell bottoms and Crocs. It's the way to go. I absolutely hated Crocs until I started wearing them. I mean, I've got no problem with Crocs. I mean, I'll make fun of them, but I'll make fun of most things. It's like my job.
Apparently, though, they're really comfortable.
If you want to wear them, fine. But you are going to look like you wear Crocs.
It might be a hobbit.
Steel-capped Crocs.
I am, though.
Oh, yeah, she is fucking
I'm
tiny.
short.
The kids are working their way to being taller than Mr. Sick. It's going to be
Oh,
hilarious.
they recently needed new shoes, and the feet are the same size as mine now. And I'm like, oh, I have the feet of a 10-year-old.
At this point, Idiocracy is the utopian future for America. Oof. I suggested silk because it's the absolute opposite of itchy. In my experience, it's the closest thing to not wearing any socks at all.
No, it'd be so slippery that it'd feel slimy. That's why I wouldn't like it.
I think the idea... I've heard that silk socks aren't just like silk. They're like made like socks. So they'll have the grippiness of a normal sock.
Okay.
They're just made of silk.
Yeah, but silk is really expensive.
Yeah, that's why silk socks are expensive. But apparently they're really nice.
Okay. Then Christmas present for me then.
We'll see about getting you some silk socks.
Oh,
Silk
no, you've
socks.
already got me a graphics card anyway.
Yeah, boys. Not that that has ever stopped me getting you other Christmas presents
For
before.
God's sake, please don't overspend.
I
A
will.
friggin' impulse buy.
There's no impulse buy.
Get me a
You know I
washing
don't
machine.
impulse buy. You know I don't impulse buy. I think about fucking things for years before
Yeah,
buying
you
them.
do.
Even now that I have actual, I'm not poor. I wouldn't say that I have money, but I'm not poor. I still think for far too long before buying things that I need. It took me way too long to get a server that didn't drive me insane, even though it's been the best fucking purchase I've made for work by far. I'm not sure you should wear a graphics card on your feet. That's a really good point. I should probably put it in her computer instead. Silk stockings. Spider silk undies. It's like wearing nothing at all because it blew away. 20 washing machines encrusted in diamonds. That's what I'm getting for Christmas.
That's a bit extreme.
Get your own silkworm, then you have a small pair of socks in, say, 15 years. Fair enough.
Oh my god, if we got a silkworm, the kids would love that.
I don't know.
No, the moths that they turn into, it's one of their favourite moths.
I don't know how fucking silkworms for business work. Bamboo fiber is pretty close to silk as far as socks go. What I see in my head is like socks made out of like bamboo reeds, and they'd be a bit big. Silk boxers, boys. You wear boxers?
What I see is the thing that they use for making sushi rolls, but you just wrap it around your feet instead. That's what I got in my head.
Thanks for the nightmares. Demon orb, moth.
Mob.
You got owned. You got roasted.
Why?
Because you say moth.
Moth.
There you go.
What's wrong with moth?
Silkworms need a union.
How do you say moth?
Moth. With the th.
Like.
Not with the f, with the th.
Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah, that's a f.
No, I said th.
F.
Thursday.
Yeah, that's a f.
No, Thursday is a f.
F. So,
Third.
moth.
Oh my god. TH is a th. Like the, but th. The.
Moth the.
Moth. Hemp socks? Oh, that sounds awful. Either you boil the silk cocoons or you wait for the moths to emerge and process the silk afterwards. I mean, I can see one of them being slightly more hilarious. I just got here and apparently we're talking about silk undies and bamboo socks. Yes, it's very important that we have this conversation. The no-kill silk has much shorter fiber length. I would have assumed so because you're not breaking a bunch of them. Mothra. See, that's if Mothra existed, that thing would have been caught and we would be making like huge quantities of silk out of its fucking children, probably. Bamboo is a weird material. It's real tough and almost unbreakable, but when you grind it down, its fibers, it's really soft. I mean, that's true of many things. They have different properties if you do different things to them. I'm not trying to be fucking patronizing, but yeah. Mothman. Anyway, it looks like, we got about 20 seconds before I have to go back and do some actual work. But appreciate y'all. Make sure you don't buy anybody random furniture, random pets, random white goods, or something that's a job that they probably don't want to have to do. Other than that, just, be half decent to each other. Not too decent, because a Otherwise, people might get ideas. Anyway, thanks for coming, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.